excited about this issue of the ScottMadden Energy Industry Update. As you may know, we always have a theme. This theme is a song title. It's The End of the World as We Know It, and I Feel Fine. Why did we pick that theme? So much is changing, but utilities are adapting. They're changing as well, and that's why it's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. It's a time of optimism, it's a time of hope, it's a time of possibilities.
So utility scale solar has doubled in the last year in 2016 with over 10 gigawatts being installed. We're expecting strong additions in 2017 as well. What we're seeing in some markets is that solar is being curtailed, which is the project being reduced below capacity or being shut off completely. So at the end of the day, what we have is solar's coming offline, the sun is going down, generation is decreasing from solar plants. At the same time, people are coming home from work, they're cooking dinner, they're turning on their TVs, and load is increasing. And so what we see is that electric utilities or grid operators have to meet that demand by bringing on more and more generation assets at that time. ScottMadden, the Smart Electric Power Alliance, or SEPA, we looked at different ways that solar PPA contracts could be developed. The first one is through an energy and capacity model. Second one's through time of use payments. And the third would actually allow utilities to dispatch solar as they need it on each given day. In the latest issue of the Energy Industry Update, we take a look at traditional solar PPAs and how these three new models could be used in various markets to make sure that higher penetrations of solar are integrated well into the markets.
In Australia, the rooftop solar market has boomed. As the U.S. makes their transition to a new energy future, there is no crystal ball. But what we can do is look to places like Australia, who are farther down the road, to get a little bit of a glimpse into the future, a mini crystal ball, if you will, and see what path they've taken, what's worked, what hasn't, and that way we can make a more informed set of decisions here in the United States. Key takeaways from the Australia trip in our latest issue will cover things such as the physical system, what takeaways in terms of how the grid is holding up and how they're managing to integrate these high levels of distributed resources. Second, customers and how the customer interaction has been impacted, as well as the rate impact on the customer. Third, we'll be talking about issues related to the policies, how they've been rolled out, and how the utility can play a more active role in driving the future for energy transition.
Smart cities is an evolving concept, but it creates new possibilities for cities, for utilities, and for them to work together for the benefit of the people that live there. We think the killer app for getting started is smart streetlights. For a typical city, streetlights are about 40% of their electricity bill. Depending on which vendor you listen to, smart streetlights can save you 50 to 70% of that. That's big money. How do they do that? Well, a smart streetlight has sensors. It looks to see if there's traffic or people in the area, and if not, it dims the light down. When people come back into the area, the light brightens back up again. And so with smart streetlights, you can immediately get started, produce some cash, and build a platform for some of the more advanced smart city functions. In the latest issue of the ScottMadden Energy Industry Update, people will learn what the smart city is it hype or reality? They'll learn what is it made of, they'll learn what's the utilities role, they'll learn what's happening on the ground, and they'll learn how can utilities get started.